Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Sorry I'm late. How are y'all doing? Hey, Melanie, Tammy. Good morning. The dogs must be needing to go out. Actually, this time I was late because of myself. I had to go tinkle and I had to warm my coffee. Sorry I couldn't do the member stream last night. We are snowed in. It snowed a lot here and the Wi Fi was in and out. So I didn't get to do it. Hopefully, we can do it tonight or tomorrow night. Tomorrow night sounds good to me because I usually don't stream on Saturdays. Hey, Cement Shoes, how are you doing? So, are y'all snowed in? We got a lot of snow. I bet we got 8 inches, close to it. Mark shoveled the driveway yesterday, the whole driveway, shoveled the snow off of it. Took him forever. Then he came back in, and we looked back out a little while later, and it was had snow all over it again. You're fine. I'm going to be there. So yesterday I had planned on yesterday morning talking about Harmony Montgomery. I had come across an article. Yeah, well, don't quote me on that, Tammy. I think it's 8 inches. It's close to it. There's a lot of snow. A lot. And Ladybug, I wish I could get done video. She loves running in the snow and playing. It's so fun to watch. Okay, anyways, back to Harmony. I digress. Yesterday, I saw an article that accused Harmony's biological dad of blacking her eye. We're going to read about that. Also, the step monster was arrested. Welfare fraud. Her name is Kayla Montgomery. RNA about 6 to 7 inches in container. Well, that's probably what we got too. I was just estimating. What else? Let me get my stuff pulled up. I've got everything in the private chat. Hey, Mike. Let's see. Also, they're going to be sentencing those weirdos that killed Ahmaud Arbery today. Let me see. So the reward is at $60K for Harmony now. Hold on. I'm gonna have to go in my Discord. I thought I had this stuff saved, but in my private chat, it's hard to read those daggone links what they say. So hold on a minute, guys. We ain't no hurry. Oh, let me scroll up here. Yeah, right here. This is by the Daily Beast. Let's get this shared. So he admitted, I guess, to that Kevin Montgomery, his kinfolk, that he had blacked Harmony's eye and bashed her around the house. So I guess this is hearsay, allegedly. Okay, dad of missing 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery admitted to bashing her, cops say. His little teardrop. Okay. The father of Harmony Montgomery, 7-year-old, who was reported missing 2 years after she was last seen in New Hampshire, was arrested Tuesday. It shined a light on his disturbing history of alleged violence that included shooting a man in the head during a drug deal gone wrong. See, I didn't know that. Adam Montgomery, 31, was booked Tuesday evening on an array of charges, including felony second-degree assault in connection with the 2019 conduct against his daughter Harmony, the New Hampshire Attorney General's office said. Prosecutors have also charged Montgomery with one misdemeanor charge of interference with custody, 2 misdemeanor charges of endangering the welfare of a child pertaining to Harmony. An arrest affidavit obtained by the Daily Beast outlines a range of horrific allegations against Adam, including that he admitted to his uncle Kevin Montgomery that he inflicted a black eye on Harmony in July 2019, just months after Child Protective Services granted him custody. I bashed her around the house, Montgomery allegedly told Kevin Montgomery, after stating he left Harmony in charge of watching her infant brother while Adam was in the bathroom. Prosecutors alleged the abuse was punishment after Harmony's young brother started crying, and Harmony was found holding her hand over the child's mouth to stop him from crying. Kevin Montgomery previously described witnessing the aftermath of abuse, including a black eye, to the Daily Beast. That abuse, he told investigators, included Harmony being spanked hard on the butt, being forced to stand in the corner for hours, and being ordered to scrub the toilet with her toothbrush. That son of a bitch. Okay, on Wednesday, Montgomery's arraignment was waived after his bond was settled out of court. In a bail order obtained by the Daily Beast, a judge ordered that he not have any contact with Harmony's mother, Crystal Sorey, nor with his current wife, Kayla Montgomery. While the bail order does not state whether he had retained an attorney, it noted that he reserves the rights to request a bail hearing at a later date. Despite the break in the case, it was not clear if any charges directly pertained to the disappearance of the child. Police have said that Harmony, then 5 years old, was last seen at a Manchester home after officers answered a service call in October 2019. But the arrest affidavit provides new details about the weeks leading up to the recently launched investigation into Harmony's whereabouts. Prosecutors alleged that on November 18th, oh crap, I got to scratch my leg. Manchester police received a call from Harmony's mother, Crystal Sorey, reporting that her daughter was missing and that she hadn't seen her in over 6 months. The call prompted a police employee to contact the Division for Children, Youth, and Families in New Hampshire, DCYF. The agency was unable to locate Adam Montgomery. On December 27th, DCYF notified police they were unable to locate Harmony, prompting officials to open an investigation into the 7-year-old. They soon learned from family members that she had not been physically seen since October or November 2019, the affidavit states. Among those family members was Crystal Sorey, who said she has not seen her daughter since an April 2019 FaceTime call. Crystal recalled that Harmony seemed frightened, the affidavit states. Crystal explained to authorities she lost custody of Harmony in July 2018, in part due to a substance abuse issue. Crystal said that both she and Adam had past issues with substance abuse, the affidavit says, adding that since she got sober, she has made several unsuccessful attempts to locate Adam Montgomery and Harmony. For several days, the affidavit states police spoke to family members in an attempt to locate Harmony, including speaking to Adam Montgomery's brother Michael, who also raised concerns about the child. Hold on, let me check on Smokey. Okay, he's asleep. Michael recalled during his last physical contact with Harmony and Adam, he had concerns that Adam was physically abusive towards Harmony, the affidavit states. Michael recalled Adam was super short with the child, and he learned through other family members that Adam had given Harmony a black eye. Montgomery's wife, Kayla, also spoke with investigators on New Year's Eve. During that conversation, the affidavit notes, she said that the last time she physically saw Harmony was in November, December 2019, before heading into work. At that time, Montgomery allegedly told his wife he was driving Harmony back to Crystal's, who was living in Massachusetts. Kayla claimed she never saw or heard about Harmony after that date. The affidavit states, noting she said she had not seen her husband since October 2021. Kayla admitted that she had seen Harmony with a black eye in the past. However, she explained that Adam told her it was caused by one of their other children striking Harmony with a toy. Attempts to reach Crystal Sorey and Kayla Montgomery for this story on Wednesday were unsuccessful. Okay. Kevin Montgomery, the great uncle, so he's the great uncle, previously told the Daily Beast he last saw the child in October 2019, after a situation at the home he once shared with several family members, including the child and her parents. During the altercation between family members, Montgomery said Harmony looked like a scared puppy. Harmony was quiet. She wasn't saying much, her great uncle added. Okay, we're not going to read the rest of that because we know it. I've got some other things I want to read about when the what the neighbors said about the family living in the house. But first, we need to read the article about Kayla. Hold on. Because she was cuffed and stuffed. I didn't save none of my articles in private chat like I thought I did. Hold on a minute. Let's pull up the People magazine one. Let's get her mug shot. I want you to look at this bitch. Lady, you ever heard of a hairbrush? Wait till y'all see this shit. This case has got me saying SHIT. I hate that word. That's why I usually say crap. Let's, hold on a minute. Let's make this full screen here. Let's look at her. I don't believe her story. I believe her and Adam both were abused in harmony. I don't believe, that the last time she saw her, she was going to work and Adam was going to drive Harmony back to her mother's, Crystal. She came up with that story to save her own butt. Anyway, she was cuffed and stuffed for welfare fraud. Let's read about it. I'm trying to talk low because Mark's in the bed. Okay. Arrested, accused of collecting welfare for me. So she was collecting welfare for Harmony. She had Harmony's name on her welfare application. Let's see. I hate those ads up there. The stepmother of missing New Hampshire girl Harmony Montgomery was arrested Wednesday on charges unrelated to the 7-year-old's disappearance. So Kayla, 31, faces a single count of felony welfare fraud, according to a statement from the Manchester Police Department. Hold on. This charge alleges that between December 2019 and June 2021, Kayla Montgomery obtained over $1,500 in food stamp benefits by failing to remove Harmony Montgomery from Kayla's family account with the New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services Division of Family Assistance, the statement reads. Police allege Montgomery continued to collect food stamp benefits for Harmony despite the fact that Harmony was no longer living with Kayla and Kayla's husband, Adam Montgomery. It's unclear whether Montgomery has entered a plea or obtained an attorney who can speak on her behalf. Hey, they'll have to court appoint her one. Look at her. She ain't got no money. Harmony's father, Adam, was arrested on Tuesday. Okay, we know this. Okay, so that's it. The investigation's ongoing. So, I really, really believe that Kayla knew what happened to Harmony. That is my opinion. I mean, it's possible she didn't know, but come on now. Okay, I'm trying to find something else here. We want to read about when they were living in the house. Where did that go to? Hold on. Here we go. Let's read about the neighbors. A neighbor of missing 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery has revealed that the family moved out of their home over Thanksgiving 2019, the same time that the girl's father claims to have last seen his daughter alive. The woman, who wished to remain anonymous, told The Independent that she has lived on Guilford Street in Manchester, New Hampshire for decades and remembers the Montgomerys living at the property along the street. The home became the focus of a police search over the weekend, with investigators erecting a tent in the backyard as part of their investigation into the whereabouts of the missing child. Okay, police said the last confirmed sighting of Harmony was at the Guilford Street property in October 2019, when officers were called to the house over an incident. She was 5 years old at the time. 1 month later, the Montgomerys moved out of the property, according to the neighbor. The neighbor said the house had fallen into foreclosure, and Harmony's father, Adam Montgomery, and stepmother, Kayla Montgomery, were refusing to leave and were basically squatting at the home with their children before finally being forced out. The neighbor said she went away for Thanksgiving holidays in 2019 and returned to find the family had moved out. It was over the Thanksgiving holidays they had to be out of the house, she said. The marshals were coming in and leaving notices, and they were going to be forced out if they didn't leave. When I came back from my holiday, they were all gone. The timing of the home move appears to match when Mr. Montgomery is claiming he last saw his daughter. The 31-year-old who had custody of Harmony claimed Harmony's mother, Crystal Sorey, picked her up from Manchester around Thanksgiving 2019, according to a criminal complaint against him. His wife, meanwhile, gave a different account, telling investigators she last saw Harmony in November or December 2019, when her husband said he was driving her to see Crystal Sorey. Both said they have not seen or heard from Harmony ever since. Neither reported her missing and have claimed they thought she was living with her mother. Bull crap. Look at that piece of crap. Little bitch boy. Miss Sorey reported her daughter missing in November, saying she hadn't seen her since Easter 2019 and that Montgomery had stopped all contact with her. Police have since discovered that the last confirmed sighting of her was more than 2 years ago. The neighbor told The Independent on Thursday that she can't remember specifically seeing Harmony at the home, but said there were a lot of people, including around 5 children, living there at one time. When I first saw the little girl's picture on TV, she didn't ring a bell, she said. I knew there were children across there, quite a few children, I think 5 at one time, with a few of them infants. Many different people were living there, so I couldn't tell specifically what any children looked like. I just knew there were a lot of people. She said she didn't know the Montgomerys personally, but described hearing them arguing in the street, leaving junk piled up in the yard, and noticing their electricity was switched off. We didn't intermingle with them as it was a bad situation, she said. There was lots of different people living there, piles of junk in the driveway, junk outside. The electricity was turned off. They ran the generator all summer with the wiring running through the window. That's not safe. The neighbor said the family did all of its business out in the street, and she would hear people yelling at each other, probably doing drug deals. However, she said the arguing appeared to be adult versus adult and didn't see incidents involving the children. She added, there's things you sense and things we heard and saw that showed the family didn't care about things, so we kept our distance. Hey, if you see something, say something. If you're living next to people that do crap like that and you know there's children there, they're running the damn generator all summer, wires going through the window, you pick up the phone and report them to CPS. Kids shouldn't have to live like that. That's dangerous. Not blaming the neighbors, just if you see something, say something. You could save a child's life. Okay, kept our distance. While the extended family members moved out when the house went into foreclosure, she said Mr. Montgomery stayed for around another year and a half. When they finally left in Thanksgiving 2019, she said the house was left full of garbage and junk. And yet CPS gave Harmony back to him. The neighbor said she hasn't seen anything of the Montgomerys since, and the new owner of the home has nothing to do with the family or the case. Okay, so we know he was arrested Tuesday, charged with second-degree felony assault, 2 misdemeanor counts of endangering the welfare of a child, 1 misdemeanor count of interference with custody in connection to his daughter's disappearance. On the assault charge, Mr. Montgomery is accused of striking Harmony in the face sometime in June 2019, giving her a black eye, according to the criminal complaint. Why didn't they take her when this came out in 2019? Police interviews with other family members reveal Mr. Montgomery was allegedly abusive towards his daughter, including giving her a black eye, forcing her to clean the toilet with her own toothbrush, making her stand in the corner for hours as punishment. I'd like to take his head and stick it down the damn toilet. I would. For doing her that way. Mr. Montgomery's brother, Michael Montgomery, told investigators he had concerns that Adam was physically abusive to the child and was super short with her. And yet he didn't contact CPS. Yeah, I'm going to judge him for that. Because I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Jesus Christ standing there. If you think somebody's abusive towards the child, do something about it. How could you sleep at night thinking that somebody's abusing a child and you're not doing nothing about it? You could stop it. I just don't know how people live with themselves. Okay. Okay, Angela, his nephew confessed to causing by hitting her in the face. Okay. We know what he said. He bashed her around the house. Kevin said he has not seen Harmony or his nephew since 2019. Okay, and it just goes on to say that Mr. Montgomery's wife was arrested on felony charge of welfare fraud. Okay, we know that, for allegedly fraudulently collecting welfare benefits for the missing child between December 2019 and June 2021. Ms. Montgomery is accused of fraudulently obtaining $1,500 in food stamp benefits meant for Harmony between December 2019 June 2021, according to the statement from the New Hampshire Attorney General John Formela's office on Thursday. The 31-year-old, who has 3 other children with her spouse, allegedly failed to remove Harmony from the family account. So she's got kids with that weirdo? They're both weirdos. Okay, with the New Hampshire Division of Family Assistance, and was continuing to collect food stamp benefits for Harmony, despite the fact Harmony was no longer living with Kayla and Kayla's husband, Adam Montgomery. Okay. Investigators are appealing to the public for help in locating Harmony and are offering a $60,000 reward for information about her whereabouts. I'm so glad that the reward has went up for her. Maybe one of their drug buddies will come forward and spill the beans on them. Now I'm going to look at the chats. What are y'all thinking? Hey, Shine On. Those people are trash. Hey, I know people just like them around here. You can drive by somebody's house and you see all the junk sitting around outside. And it tells you what the inside looks like. There's people like that around here. There's nasty people in the cities, in the countries, everywhere. I'll take a drink of coffee. I just, I just don't understand these people that don't pick up the phone and report to CPS when they know a child's being abused, or they think a child's being abused. Hey, they'd lived beside me and had a generator running like that all summer, wires going through there. Their ass would have been reported. Kids can't live in an environment like that. So CPS gave custody to Adam Montgomery. So did he have the house clean at that time? They always clean up the house when they think a CPS is coming, when they're trying to get their kids back, these trashy people. Then once CPS is out of the picture, the house goes back to looking like a pigsty. Yes, the system failed this poor child. She has been... Mike was laughing at me. Or a little bitch boy. He's a little bitch boy. Oh, yeah. I remember about the teardrop tattoo, guys. I was trying to tell you about it. So, like back in the old days in prison, they would rape these men, and then they would tattoo a teardrop on them, right? So they'd know which ones they're little bitch boys, right? Okay. When these men with the teardrops that had been raped got out of prison, they was embarrassed. They didn't want to tell their families, what that teardrop stood for. So they come up with this thing. They come up with the saying, oh, if you have a teardrop tattooed on you, that means you've killed somebody. I was trying to remember and tell you about it yesterday, but I read that in the back of the busted paper, the local busted paper. Cement shoes. If the outside of the house looks like Sanford and Son, safe to say the inside is trashed. Yeah. I love Sanford and Son, by the way. I don't know how people live like that. I can't stand it. I have to clean the dog hair up out of the floor. My house is a little unorganized, but it's freaking clean. Hey, Gayla. So over these parents, sickens me how everybody can hurt, neglect a child, but a parent hurting the ones they are meant to protect. And it makes it worse when it's a parent. Shine on. It just makes it worse. When I was reading that part about when he blacked Harmony's eye because the baby was crying that she was watching, I could just see that play out in my head. And the reason he allegedly blacked her eyes because she put her hand over the baby's mouth to stop it from crying. Well, hell, she's just a little kid. She's just 5 years old. She didn't know. She shouldn't have been watching a baby anyways. She should have never been in the house with Adam and Kayla Montgomery. Is it warm in California, Kayla? Let me see what else I have about this, guys. Let's see. Just the reward increased to $60K. Let's see. That's it. Let me look and see if we got any more news about her. There's another case. They found 11 malnourished kids in a house, guys. I just glanced at the article, but I wanted to take a look at this morning. First, we got to see if there's any more updates about Harmony. Let's see. No, just the stepmom arrested, I mean. Uh-oh, here's a video. Let's see what this is. This might be that step monster in court. Oh, crap. It's got a freaking ad. I hate freaking ads. Ew, look at that washer and dryer. It's nice, though. Hold on. Come on. Hurry up. I hate freaking ads, y'all.
Appear before a judge today. Instead, he waived arraignment. The 31-year-old has been charged with second-degree assault, interference with custody, and endangering the welfare of a child, accused of abusing his daughter Harmony before she disappeared in 2019.
Until we're presented with evidence otherwise, this is a rescue mission.
Court documents obtained by News 9 describe a difficult childhood for the 7-year-old girl. She briefly spent time in relative foster care in Massachusetts. Agencies are required by law to seek biological relatives for custody, which is how she ended up in New Hampshire with her father and legal custodian. According to court documents, Adam Montgomery told Manchester police he delivered the child back to her mother in 2019. His estranged wife corroborates that, telling police she hasn't seen the 7-year-old since then. But Harmony's mother says she hasn't seen her daughter since an Easter FaceTime call in 2019. And for months, she reached out to DCYF with her concerns and finally to Manchester police in November of 2021. The Attorney General's office is now leading the investigation into Harmony's disappearance.
The loss of any little child is tragic. A 7-year-old girl missing for 2 years. She's a daughter. She's a sister. She's a person. It's a tragic case, regardless of any other circumstances.
And tonight, Adam Montgomery is being held on personal recognizance bail at the Valley Street Jail here in Manchester. Reporting live in the Queen City, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR.
I'd like to take that little bitch boy and hold his head down in a damn toilet, waterboard his ass till he told the truth. A little wuss trying to blame the mother like he gave Harmony back to the mom. I hope she can prove that in Thanksgiving 2019 she did not have Harmony. I think the police know that. He's lying. They should hook him up to a lie detector test. I know those are not always right, but most of the time they are. Hopefully they can get him to crack and confess to what he done to Harmony. I do not believe, unfortunately, I know I shouldn't say this, I do not believe she's here with us on earth, guys. I just don't see how he could be abusing Harmony and those step monster didn't know anything about it. And if she really did think that he gave Harmony back to her biological mom, wasn't she afraid that the mom might apply for some benefits? Like some food stamps or something? Because if she's on like somebody else's case, it would show up if somebody else tried to add her, I would think. Again, another case with CPS involved, yet the child was failed. CPS, I'm telling you, they got so many cases, they're overloaded with cases. So they don't get to investigate right. It's my opinion, and they're overloaded because there's a lot of people that call in false reports. They just get mad at somebody, their neighbor, their friend, call CPS on them when nothing's wrong. Do you know when he got that teardrop tattoo? No, I do not. That's the dumbest thing in the world to get tattooed on your face, I think. Tell me bullshit, massive lies. Yes, it is. Charlene, missing too long. No one seemed to notice. I know. And here's something else that's so aggravating. Like Adam's brother suspected that he was abusing Harmony. And he didn't do anything about it. He didn't call CPS. It's not saying that he did. Maybe he did and we don't know it yet. It's not come out. I just don't see how anyone could lay down their head at night and sleep knowing that a child is being abused. If that was my brother, I'd have co-cocked his ass with something. I'd have took the kid right then and there and I'd said, call the cops. Call them. We'll tell them about you abusing. This is just so heartbreaking. You know what's even sadder, guys? There's kids that's being abused and killed right now as we sit here, and we don't know nothing about it. There's kids that's been missing a couple years right now that's not been reported missing. Nobody knows yet. That's the way my mind thinks. Isn't that awful? There's kids right now locked up somewhere being tortured. I know I shouldn't think that way. I'll show y'all what I mean. Let me pull up this other article here. Let's pray that there's a break in Harmony's case. Let's pray they find her safe and sound. And if that's not possible, let's just pray that they can bring her home. Y'all know what I mean. Let me see. Discovery of 11 malnourished kids. If there's anything else about Harmony, of course, I'll try to do a video. If there's any like breaking news, of course, I'll come on. I will never understand the crazies that abuse children, me either, or abuse animals or the elderly. I'll never understand it. How could you live with yourself doing that? The people that do that are actually, they feel weak inside. They're coward weirdos. And by inflicting pain on something that's weaker than them, it makes them feel powerful and strong because they're weirdos. Fire leads to the discovery of 11 malnourished children living in feces-covered home. Can I get me a little thing of coffee before we start? I'll be right back. Hold on. 1 second. Let me mute. It's probably a mistake. I'll probably wake up Bubby walking by. Okay, guys. Thank you. I just need to warm my coffee just a little bit. Excuse me. Let me take a drink. Let me clear my smoker's lungs. Okay. 11 children in Washington remain in protective custody after a fire on Sunday reportedly uncovered they were living in substandard conditions. We'll watch that video in a minute. KREM reported that a fire in the backyard of a Spokane home led firefighters to discover that the residence was covered in trash, animal feces, and rotting food. Firefighters wrote that they also found 11 children at the residence who appeared in various stages of malnourishment and abuse. While the backyard blaze was quickly extinguished, an incident commander allowed the lieutenant to enter the home. Upon entering, the lieutenant saw the living room was reportedly covered with trash, cigarette butts, food, dog food, animal feces, while the kitchen had wall-covered had a wall covered with feces and was littered with garbage and old food. Dear God. Fire officials also observed what appeared to be human feces in the bathtub, garbage on the bathroom floor, according to KREM. The Spokane home reportedly reeked of feces and urine. Fire officials said a downstairs bedroom lacked beds and dressers, so clothes were thrown on the floor, which was also covered in feces and garbage. Oh, my Lord. According to KXLY, authorities said the 11 children were living in hoarder conditions, which included piles of garbage up to 6 feet high. Dear Lord. Local resident Randall Blackburn told KHQ that he spotted a smoke cloud from Interstate 90, tracked it down to the Spokane residence. Blackburn said he got out of his truck, knocked on the door, and told everyone to leave the home. According to Blackburn, a woman inside did not appear to be in a hurry to get out. The lady came to the door. What's going on? She wouldn't open the door. I'm like, hey, there's a fire. Get out. He recalled to KHQ. This other guy shows up to help. He's kicking the door, saying, get out. And all of a sudden, she finally opens the door and all these kids start coming out. Blackburn said the 11 children were very dirty, had on improper clothing for the winter. He alleged that one of them was completely unclothed. Spokane police determined the children were at risk of immediate harm, so they were placed in the custody of Child Protective Services, CPS. As of Monday, nobody has been arrested or charged in connection with the case. Well, hell, it's freaking Friday now, so what's going on with it now? We're going to have to look and see. Let's watch this video. Can y'all believe this? Feces
Discover
in the
a
kitchen
Washington
everywhere.
Original. Lake Chelan is the perfect winter escape for the whole family.
Well, that's great.
Just a few hours from your door. Enjoy the
I hate
beauty
these
of the
ads.
season in Lake Chelan.
In other news this evening, 11 children are now in the care of Child Protective Services. This after Spokane firefighters and Good Samaritans found the children after responding to a fire at that home in East Central.
So tonight, KREM 2's Amanda Rowley talked with witnesses who reported that fire. She shares how they helped those kids until firefighters could arrive.
You never know when you might be in the right place at the right time.
We shop at North Costco, to be honest, and we don't go that direction.
The Blackburn family found themselves right where they needed to be Sunday afternoon. They saw smoke from the freeway and went to check it out.
We ran in, we were banging on the door, and to get them out, and we didn't know who was in there.
A woman opened the door, and to the Blackburn surprise, several children came outside.
At first it was 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and so on until it was 11 children came out of the house.
What was going through your mind? I mean,
Just to get them out, get them safe.
The Blackburn family told me they carried as many children as they could from the house and loaded them into their truck, turning the heat on blast to keep them all warm until more help arrived.
We put them right back in there.
They fit 7 kids in the truck, the remaining 4 warmed up in other nearby cars.
They had a baby, they had 3.
2 babies.
Just 1 sitting up there, 3 right here, a baby, a bigger girl was holding a baby, 2 more over there.
Spokane firefighters put the backyard fire out quickly. Then the Blackburns told the fire chief something felt off about the children.
Some of them weren't clothed correctly.
According to the fire department's report, crews described the inside of the home as a hoarding situation. Garbage, old food, and animal feces littered the home. Some firefighters described the children as malnourished and dirty.
We were all weeping.
Oh yeah, immediately broke down when we saw the kids.
The Blackburn family doesn't believe it's a coincidence they spotted this fire. They were right where they needed to be at the right time.
The oldest child said to me, I got moves in mysterious ways, and
She said she believes that we saved their lives.
Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Thank God they saw that smoke and investigated.
Good evening and thank you.
Let me get this took down. Them kids.
Winter can be cold and snowy, but
Oh my
that's
God, hold on a minute.
exactly.
Let me get out of this. Those 2 ladies or those kids' guardian angels, that's for sure. That's for sure. I hope they are never given back to that weirdo woman living in feces. Can y'all imagine that? There was feces in the bathtub, in the kitchen, all over the walls, everywhere. What the hell? Were the parents on drugs or just mental? Probably just mental. A lot of those hoarders have mental problems. This is more than just a hoarder situation. There's abuse going on. These kids were malnourished. 11. I wonder if they're all this woman's biological kids. Or is she doing foster care to get checks on them or what? What in the hell's going on in the world, guys? I guarantee those kids didn't go to school. None of them. I'm trying to look and see. Let's pray for those kids. If there's anything else I want to read this morning. That case reminded me of the, what's the name of them weirdos? The Turpins? You would be dirtier after taking a bath in that joint. Can you imagine how the little kids smelled? Bless their hearts. Those women said they immediately broke down, when they saw them. Probably because there was no running water, so just pooped everywhere. Hey, I watch Hoarders sometimes, and there was this old woman. She was a bad hoarder. Anyway, she wore adult diapers, because she had a bad bladder. Anyways, she would just take those off. She didn't poop in them too. She'd just take them off and throw them into the bathroom. There was like a whole bathtub full of her dirty diapers all the way up to the ceiling. Actually, the whole bathroom had dirty diapers in it. How could you stand to live in something like that? They even found dead animals in her house. Dead cats she didn't even know died in there. And I watched this one man. He was a nice man, but his wife had died. And after his wife died, he started feeding the damn rats in the house. I'm telling you, he had hundreds and hundreds of rats in his house, feeding them. He'd dump out food in the floor. Here they'd come everywhere, out from the walls and everything. Look up the Hoarder Show, Rat Man. You'll see what I'm talking about. I saw hoarders firsthand when I worked in law enforcement. Oof. I say cops, they've visited some nasty places before. Mike, I saw that episode, CC. I sometimes can't watch it because I start to gag. Yeah. And I don't know how they live with the smell. They must get used to it. Some of them houses, before the people even go in there, they can smell the house from the outside. And them people, hey, Mama, how are you doing? And them people, when they start cleaning out their house, when the organizers come in and the cleaning people, they get mad as hell. If you want to throw something away, it's covered in feces and rat pee. They get mad as hell. This one woman, she wanted to keep plates that had rat poop and all kinds of stuff on it. Disgusting. And every hoarder has some kind of mental illness. Hell, I got a mental illness. I'm not no hoarder, which I did tell Mark the other day. I thought we was borderline hoarders because here we'd be saving all these boxes I get stuff in, Amazon boxes, little boxes like we carried the Coca-Cola in, like the 6-pack bottles. They usually got a sale, so we'll buy 5 of them, have those little boxes. I bet we had 20 of them over there. There's no use to save out those boxes, so we broke them down and stuff. Going to recycle them. Yeah, they think they can sell or salvage it. Yeah, I know it. My battery's about ready to run down, guys. Hold on a minute. What in the world? Where's my cord? Hold on a minute, guys. We're about ready to die here. If I can't find the little plug-in, we're going to be in serious trouble. Hold on, I thought I had my laptop plugged up this whole time. Here we go. Okay. Great. I saw the footage where he threw that giant bag of dog food down and the rats practically swarmed him. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I swear I had to take a bath just from watching that. Felt so queasy after. Yeah. I mean, he was a nice man. His wife had died or something, and that triggered him to like feed the rats in the house. They destroyed his house. They was inside the walls and everything. How much snow we got out there, Mark? 8 inches? Probably do got 8 inches. That's what I estimated. I had an online store, but I'm closing it in a month. Almost 20 years. We'll be glad to downsize. What do you have in your online store, Meemaw? We might want to check it out. You having a sale? You got vintage stuff? What you got? I'm in search of this vintage jewelry box that I had when I was little. It's called the Poodle Parade. It's kind of like a yellowish color. It's got poodles on the front of it. They're like sitting at this little cafe table outside. It plays music. I found one on eBay. They want $50 damn for it. I'm tempted to buy it because I want it so bad. Down to 200. Mostly vintage. Ooh, you need to send me a link to your store. We like vintage stuff around here. You had 1,000 items. I've been taking pictures of some stuff I've got around here and doing the Google search image. Like the other day, I have this little elephant. It's vintage. And I thought it was like a little toothbrush holder. But it turns out it's like a little nursery planter. But it's from the 60s, I guess. I wish I had a picture of it on here. Let me see. I'm finding one. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I should have put nursery. Vintage nursery elephant planter. Oh, I don't see one like mine. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. No, I don't see. I found one on eBay the other day. They wanted $20 for it. And we didn't give that much for it, I don't think. I'll take a picture and post it later because I can't find it. I had to search the image to find it. I will show y'all the jewelry box I'm on the hunt for. Hold on a minute. I'm typing with one finger, y'all. Here it is. This is what I'm on the hunt for, y'all. If y'all come across one, it's not too expensive, let me know. This. I had one identical to this when I was little. See, it's got the little keyhole. See, but mine, the only difference is the keyhole was, the metal part was a heart on mine. Called the Poodle Prey. This one's not in too good of condition. The one on Etsy for $50, pretty good condition. Yeah, I want that, guys. I'm going to get it. There's not that many of them, I don't think, but I'm going to get one when I find the right price. I don't want to pay $50 for that. Tammy's wanting the link to the vintage store, Meemaw's vintage store. Will do. Now I'm filling the van and donating sport items, kids' book, toys, blocks, last right crosses. All the clothes are gone. Hey, if you want to share the link in here, I'll rent you up and you can share the link. Right there you go. You can share the link to your store. Jacob Bry or Meemaw's house. Okay, it's called Jake Joe Bry or Meemaw's house on eBay. That's how you can find it, Tammy. It should be easy to find. It is a cute jewelry box, isn't it? See, I've been meaning to talk to my mom. My mom may still have that jewelry box. I don't know. I've not seen it in a long time. I need to ask her. She may have gave it to me and I may have lost it. Who knows? But regardless, I still want one. I need it. I need it. When I was little, I used to love music boxes. Anything that played music. Bree for Brianna, my first three. Oh, is she the first of your three grandbabies? Oh, I like that name, Brianna. It's pretty. It's different. I like different names. Okay, guys, let's see. Let's look at the crime one more time before I get off here. Now, I'm going to try my best to do a member stream tonight or tomorrow night. I'm not sure. Yet. I probably should do it tomorrow night because I don't stream on Saturday mornings. I might do it tonight. It's just according to how I'm feeling this evening. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, yeah. I was going to tell you about Ghislaine MaxiPad. The weirdo may get a new trial. It's possible. Because you know why? Because a juror lied on the questionnaire about had they ever been sexually abused. That dumbass. The juror behind Ghislaine Maxwell's bid for a new trial said he was not a victim of sexual abuse on a jury selection questionnaire, an omission which could lead to the British socialite's conviction being overturned, Fox News has learned. The juror, who identified himself as Scotty David, told numerous news outlets after Maxwell's December 29th conviction, and that's Timothy's birthday, that he had been sexually assaulted as a child. So after her conviction, he comes out and says he was sexually assaulted as a child. He did not fill in that form correctly, said a person familiar with the case who spoke on the condition of anonymity. He was asked point blank, and he said that isn't the case. Obviously, it is, from his own words. Look at them two weirdos. After 5 full days of deliberation, Maxwell was found guilty on December 29th of recruiting and grooming teenage girls to be sexually abused by late financier Jeffrey Epstein. In one interview, Scotty David, 35, said some of the jurors questioned the accuracy of 2 of the 4 accusers' memories. He said that he shared his own experience with sexual abuse with the panel as they weighed Maxwell's fate. He told them of his own inability to recall every detail of the assault and credited this disclosure with swaying some of the jurors. It doesn't matter whether he did it deliberately or he didn't do it deliberately, the source said. The fact is, he wouldn't have been allowed to be a juror. Oh, God. Same thing happened with Scott Peterson. Juror lied on the questionnaire. The jurors' identities and the answers to their questionnaires are under seal, but the court made a blank questionnaire public. Question number 48 had to be answered by all prospective jurors. Have you or a friend or family member ever been the victim of sexual harassment, sexual abuse, or sexual assault? That includes actual or attempted sexual assault or other unwanted sexual advance, including by a stranger, acquaintance, supervisor, teacher, or family member, it states. If answered affirmatively, the prospective juror had to indicate if it related to himself or a family or friend. Scotty David answered no, the source said. This meant he didn't have to answer the subsequent questions, including if he believed that being a victim of sexual assault would affect his ability to serve fairly and impartially as a juror in this case. Okay, after answering the questionnaires, jurors were questioned individually by the U.S. District Judge Allison Nathan and asked to provide details about their background. At this point, the juror again did not disclose his sexual abuse history. So, what do y'all think? Y'all think she could get a new trial on this? It's possible, because he lied on the jury questionnaire thing. Of course, that woman lied on the Scott Peterson one. He's not got new trial yet. He got a new sentence. But anyways, that's enough true crime this morning. Let me look at the chat. Just saw the Sydney Porter. Who is that, Gayla? Boy, how many of us could said no for our whole life? I know it, Mimo. They're going to try to do anything to get this weirdo a new trial. Hey, her husband told her on a jailhouse phone call that he wanted a divorce. He's been seeing a yoga instructor. Who could blame him? Who would want to be married to Ghislaine Maxipat? Come on. Biggest predator in the world. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to get off here. I've got some things I got to get done. I think I might make some breakfast here. Well, I guess it'd be called brunch in a minute. Then I'm going to go outside with Lady and let her run and play in the snow. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Stay warm. Be safe. Be kind. And peace.